Hi, my name is Kimberly Botello, and I thank you for joining my channel and just hearing a little bit about the personal development and advice that I share with others. I will tell you that I promise you, I don't come up with any of this stuff. It's already in a book somewhere that I've read. I just wanted to share with others things that I've learned. And I don't know if you saw the last video or not. I was trying to figure out what book I read, some advice I gave to a friend, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I'm like, it's racking my brain. And so my friend, Natalie Starnes, actually helped me out. And because she had heard the advice recently too. And she was like, gosh, I read that and I can't figure it out. And she actually found it in 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And I was like, oh yeah, it is in there. And I kept thinking of it because I had read it more recently, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Families. So I had read it and was like, gosh, I remember reading that advice. And it was interesting. When we found it, the title of it was called Being Loyal to Those Not Present. And it says, what happens when family members are not loyal to one another, when they criticize and gossip about the others behind their backs? What does it do to the relationship, to the culture, when the family members make disloyal comments to other family members and friends? Things like, my husband's such a tightwad. He worries about every penny we spend. Another one is, my wife jabbers constantly. You'd think she could shut up and let me get a word in once in a while. You know, comments like these. In this book, they talk about withdrawals of the bank account, and it's an emotional bank account. So there's things that you can do, deposits and obviously withdrawals. And you can imagine those are quite a bit of a withdrawal in a relationship, with kids, with your husband, obviously other family members, if you're doing this to them. So I liked one of the things that it talked about too, because this makes you probably think more of your relationships with your friends. It says, if somebody said something like this to you about somebody else, how would you feel? You might initially be pleased that the person had confided in you, but wouldn't you begin to wonder if that same person in a different circumstance might say something equally negative about you to somebody else? And I think one of the biggest things that I took away in this part of the book was, always think of it like the person is in the room with you. What would you say? How would you talk about them if they were in the room? You might not say something. You might be really, really nice if you do. So I gave that advice to a friend who was saying, that just talking about another friend. And I was like, hey, just so you know, she's probably doing the same thing about you. And it hurts to kind of hear that, but we know that if you're willing to do it, they're also willing to do it. So just try to take away from this quick little video that you need to think of that person sitting right next to you if you're going to talk about them. And I promise you, I have tried really hard over the last year to not criticize people or gossip about them, because I want to make sure that I'm following that example for not only myself, but for my children too. If you don't know, I'm a mom of 3, and I want to just make sure that they know that mom is trying really hard to be a better person. And they see that I'm reading books all the time and trying to continue myself and my relationship with them and my husband and my friends. So I just wanted to, like I said, share this with you. I hope you found value in it. Please subscribe. I'd love to share some more information with you along the way on the books that I've read and the advice that I give. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I just have to say, I had a nice little makeover from my friend Yvette Alexander with Mary Kay. And I wish I was going out somewhere fabulous tonight on a date night or something, but I'm not. So have a fabulous weekend, everyone, and I will come back soon. Bye.